the next inductee is John Watson. John is a beloved figure. He is noted as a serious chess scholar, producing award-winning books translated into many languages and producing championship students. He was our very first U.S. national high school champion. He showed another side, and I remember this quite well. He showed another side to us when he produced his hysterical Chessman comic book series. John was educated as an engineer. In fact, a little trivia, the next time you're driving along in a valley and you're talking on your cell phone, and your cell phone sticks with you and doesn't drop the call, you can thank John and his partners for developing and patenting an algorithm that made that possible. So he's a multi-talented person. So I want to read his plaque as well. John Watson, born 1951. John Watson is one of the greatest writers in the history of American chess. Among the many important books he has authored during the past 4 decades are The Groundbreaking Secrets of Modern Chess Strategy, 2002, and Chess Strategy in Action, 2003. He authored seminal works on the English opening and French defense. A frequent contributor to Chess Life since the 1970s, Watson is well known for his insightful book reviews. He was a pioneer in early internet journalism with weekly shows including Chess Talk with John Watson for the Internet Chess Club. An international master, Watson was the first U.S. national high school champion and a U.S. chess championship participant. He has a lifetime of experience in chess teaching and coaching. So, on behalf of the trustees of the U.S. Chess Trust and with the authority granted to me, I hereby induct John Watson into the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame.
Good evening. The first and most important thing I want to say is that I'm incredibly grateful for this honor and especially delighted to be inducted with Jim Tarjan, who I've gotten to know well over the past few years and I admire enormously. It's a bit overwhelming to be included with all these great players, many of them heroes of mine. Obviously, my playing achievements are not remotely comparable to most others in the hall, and I'm being recognized for my other contributions to chess, particularly as a lifelong writer and online contributor. I hope you can think of my selection as representing chess writers everywhere. So let me say a few words about chess writing. The lengthy tradition of chess publications in the forms of books and magazines formed the basis of my own love for chess as a child, and it has underpinned the popularity of chess throughout the game's existence. I think one thing I'd like to say that's really worth saying about chess writing is that going back centuries, it has always been a labor of love. When I was younger, all the best authors worked for a fraction of the minimum wage. We researched and copied materials by hand from libraries and personal collections. We spent hours upon hours coming up with new ideas and analyzing without engines or move checking. We laboriously typed, corrected, and retyped manuscripts without word processing. I don't know if anybody remembers whiteout. And we communicated and transferred material back and forth by snail mail. So we sometimes took years to complete a book. I think, especially at this point, I'm thinking about the best American writers like John Donaldson, Jeremy Silman, and Andy Soltis, who lived in this pre-Cambrian world. And of course, there were many others. Today, we've thankfully automated all of these processes, and what used to take months now takes days. I was therefore able to write books and articles even while being employed full-time as an electrical engineer. But even now, I think, the majority of chess writing is still done mainly for the love of it, because authors want to share their chess ideas and stories. And there are also unexpected rewards to chess writing. One of the great joys is having people contact you or come up to you at tournaments and tell you how inspired they were by a book or article that you wrote. I still get numerous emails from people all over the world, often with suggestions in some theoretical variation or other. Okay, so it's traditional at Hall of Fame ceremonies to thank people for the support and friendship that they've given one over the years. There are way too many people to mention, so I've decided to limit myself to just a few of my earliest influences and ones who have not necessarily gotten full attention or credit for their chess contributions. First, I want to thank Reverend Howard Oman. a master and Nebraska state champion. He ran the Omaha, Nebraska Chess Club for years, and he mentored me as an inexperienced player, driving me hundreds of miles to play in my first rated tournaments. The best player in my hometown Omaha in those years was John Thomas. John was the only active local player who knew about the latest chess literature and theoretical ideas. He generously took the time to teach me about chess. Most importantly, that there was more to the game than simply sacrificing all of your pieces in a mad attempt to mate the king. John, a university professor, became a very strong master and never stopped studying chess books while writing articles and commentary about chess right up to this day. The most remarkable chess personality in my journey was Chris Hendrickson, who gave to chess in innumerable ways, including promoting women's chess. She got me started with teaching, organizing tournaments, working with school kids, and volunteering for prison chess programs, among many other pursuits. She also created and drew the amazing Chessman comics upon which we collaborated. Chris was beloved by all and one of a kind. I owe special thanks to Eric Schiller, who patiently and generously gave me of his time and to guide me, and many other players, I should say, through the intricacies of the new computer chess world, including both software and hardware, long before it became user-friendly. Eric always found time to help people with any issue that was frustrating them. He was well known nationally as an organizer, teacher, and writer. Finally, thanks also to Sandro Leonori, who guided me through the world of online chess broadcasting, also at a very early stage of its development. He helped me to produce literally hundreds of chess interviews and lectures over the years. And of course, there are many other people I could mention, but I'll just leave it at that. Thank you all for listening and for continuing to support this wonderful game of ours.